course, know her as the anchor of ABC's World News.
Diane Sawyer has led an incredible career traveling across the country and across the globe, and in some of the most dangerous places. Recently, I sat down with her to talk about her career, her life, and her special connection to Chicago. Diane, good morning.
It's so good to see you, and I'm very excited.
I am just as excited as you are just to be sitting here with you.
Aren't we?
Yes, we can. Listen, let's step back a bit. Let's step back to 1999 when you became the co-anchor of Good Morning America.
Hi, I'm Diane Sawyer from Louisville, Kentucky, the new kid on the block.
You thought it was just going to be a few months.
Do you know how
and
this
that turned into 11 years. No, tell us.
It actually happened, I believe it was Christmas Eve. And Charlie and I were up talking about life and Christmas and vacation, and the call came. And Christmas even seemed like a good idea at the time. And Charlie and I said, sure, we'll go pitch in. And we had our first press conference. We hadn't even talked about it. And they said, how long are you going to stay? Which was a question we had never asked. And I think I wrote on a piece of paper 3 months. Question mark. 11 years later.
Good morning, America.
2009, you took over World News Tonight for Charlie Gibson. Has that experience been all that you hoped it would be?
Oh, it has been, and it is so exciting to be with a group of people who take the whole world and look at it every day and say, what matters in Chicago? What matters in the life of people waking up this morning? What will make their lives better? What will make them feel more informed? What will make them feel that we have brought them something they need as well as want to learn?
Tonight, from the floods of the mighty Mississippi, this is World News, reporting live from Memphis, Tennessee.
Do you ever get nervous as a woman traveling in some dangerous situations? Does that ever scare you at all?
I may be missing a chip, but no.
Never.
I figure if you know what you are determined to learn, it has a way of opening the door, and it's a kind of armor when you go in. I remember once back in the Soviet Union when there was a revolution underway and you couldn't get in the building because the tanks were bearing down, but I wanted to get in the building where Boris Yeltsin was holed up at the time, and I went in the front door and the guard said no women are allowed in the building, and I said, I'm not a woman. I'm not a woman. I'm a journalist, and just went right by him, and he went, and he was still trying to figure it out. So, no, it never occurs to me. And by the way, somebody wrote, some anthropologist, no kidding, once wrote that there is a certain kind of female stamina, and it's not to rule out male stamina, which is an awesome thing, but there's a certain kind of female stamina that can just lift up Mount Everest and move it an inch, if that's what
I'll take a high five on that. Let's talk about your Chicago ties.
Yes.
Your husband, a Chicago comedian?
My husband went to the University of Chicago-ish. I say ish because, as he tells the story, he showed up for some classes, sort of, sometimes, loved it, and with a collection of people, and at the time it included a lot of names that we all know in comedy, got together and formed something called Compass. And Compass was a predecessor of Second City. And they were an improvisational group. And he will say to anybody that Chicago is where he found his life.
Diane, whenever I wake up, before I put my makeup on,
do you say something to yourself? What do you say?
I say
and
a little
whom do you
prayer
say it for?
For you.
I say a little prayer for you.
Bring back memories.
It is really hard, I believe, to surprise me. And it's even harder to have me mouth-dropping, eye-popping, flat-footed, knee-buckling. And I was. Because they told me I had a special report to do, and all I'm still thinking is people are coming out in top hats, and they've got mustaches on, and all these bizarre things are happening. I said it was like one of those Fellini movies, one of those strange Italian. And I'm thinking, but I have to do a special report. So it took me a long time to understand.
Do you like surprises?
Production. No.
You don't like? So they really pulled one off on you.
They really pulled one.
Well, it was fabulous. It was fun for us to watch. I hope it was just as fun for you.
It was so wonderful.
Well, thank you so much for sitting down and talking with us. We had a ball.
It's great to be here.
Thank you.
And it's great to be here with this great road ahead. The journey.
A new adventure.
You're going to travel with Chicago.
She was such a sweetheart.
She was. She was.
You gotta love Diane Sawyer, absolute sweetheart. If you want to see the entire birthday surprise, that flash mob video, just go to our website, windycitylive.com. And of course, you can catch her weeknights at 5:30 right here on ABC7 for World News.